My name is Yvonne Rogers. I am a pianist and composer, and I'm from Maine, and I'm based in Brooklyn, New York. I started playing piano when I was 6. I started because my older brother took piano lessons, and I thought he was really cool, and I wanted to be just like him. I come from a very small town, really in the middle of nowhere, so there was not any jazz happening. There were no venues, nothing like that. I always liked improvising. I think that was sort of how I came to it. I just liked to make up little melodies on my own as a kid, and I think growing up, I had a really creative, imaginative childhood where I could just be outside and there were no people around, there was nothing going on. I was just sort of like there with myself, making up stories in my head. I feel very lucky to be a musician. It's very difficult. It's not easy at all, but at the same time, I kind of feel like I'm living the dream because I get to do something that I love every day, and the community is so special and full of really people who are so creative and warm and generous and weird and different, and just being a part of that means a lot to me, and it's so inspiring. When I moved to New York, I think that's when I really started performing as a professional musician, and that was terrifying and exhilarating at the same time. When I'm on stage, it just feels good. It's the best thing in the world. My first year in New York was very, very hard. Just making that adjustment because I'm from such a small town, and just living in a city like this was so overwhelming. I just felt really welcomed, and I think it was the first time that I felt like I'm somewhere that I belong and like what I'm doing has a place. And so that kind of made me feel like I wanted to keep going, and I wanted to keep doing it and sort of discover how I could fit into this thing that's happening, this music. The biggest thing that inspires me is listening to other musicians. There are periods here where I go out and I hear music every single night. Something about just hearing all of this different music and all these different musicians, and every one of them being so different and unique. It's just so inspiring. There's always something that I can take from any show that I go to. Yeah, I feel lucky to be surrounded by amazingly talented peers and also mentors. And just being able to hear them is inspiring. There's so many young women and non-binary musicians on the scene, and I feel lucky that I'm here and I get to witness that. But when you look at venue lineups and festival lineups and education programs, you don't see that representation, and I think a lot of that talent and hard work sometimes isn't recognized. To me, Next Jazz Legacy is shining a spotlight on that work and that talent and saying, we're here, and I feel grateful to be a part of that. And I think it's really important because, like I said, there's just so many musicians out here doing great work, and I think the world needs to hear it, and I think Next Jazz Legacy is trying to share that. Shout out to everyone who is supportive, either as a mentor or a family member or as an educator, because that's the reason that I'm doing this, and I'm very thankful to all of them.